Best is a kind of game app that lets you practice the B sound and the B sound. We also have pray and play, the R sound, the L sound. These are just a kind of fun game app that lets you practice pronunciation. Speak English, American English, look up, shadowing, lots of them. And they're all free. How did free. So why not try them? I'm sure you can find similar ones on Android as well as Apple. So look, there's lots of great things out there. Just look for them. Final do's. Practice as a group. Get together with your partners and practice. Practice as a group many times. Once is never enough. Okay? Also, get feedback. Do your presentation for teachers, for the LAs, for the teachers in the Global Lounge. We're there to help you. Come and show us what you can do, and we'll give you tips. Video your group. Again, use your cell phone. Video your presentation. Watch your presentation. You'll spot little mistakes that will help you. Next, very important, relax. I know that you will be nervous when you come to give your presentation. That's natural. But use your nervousness, your energy. Use it. Put it into your presentation. Relax as best as you can. And do your best. And of course, have fun. Finally, one more very important thing. How to be a good audience member. Something some of us have a problem with. All right? You should listen quietly, not chat to your friends during someone's presentation. Sit in, if you are talking, and someone is up here trying very hard to give a presentation. You should be listening, watching. Watch the presenter, not look at your cell phone. I know everyone loves their cell phone. I never go anywhere without my cell phone. But for 5 minutes, when someone is here giving a presentation, you don't need to check Twitter. You don't need to check Facebook. Your focus should be here. You have an important job. Your job is to support the speakers, the presenters. If I look out here and everyone is just looking at their cell phones, then that's not very polite, not professional. Next, sit still. Don't move around. All of you are pretty good. All right? Also, think about what the presenter is saying. Listen carefully. Don't be thinking, what am I going to have for lunch? No. Focus on the presentation. Finally, show you are listening. Show you're listening. Make eye contact with the presenters. Nod your head. That was interesting. Laugh if they say a joke. Don't sit there like a zombie. React. By being a good audience, you are helping the presenters. And that's very important. A very important job. Take it seriously. All right. So, don't be like this. Be like this. Be a good audience. You have an important job. Don't forget that. All right. Thank you for being a good audience. All right. So, now we're going to go on to my next presentation. Right. Hi everyone. If you're thirsty, take a drink. I'm going to take a drink. Okay? Hi everyone. Stretch. Hi everyone. Arms up.
Stretch.
Okay. You're all awake and ready. All right? For my next presentation. All right? Honey, wake up. Okay. So, you will need the next presentation, which is actually the next handout from page 2, huh? From here. Please look from here. First page, So. All right, so next, my next presentation. The title is Bad, Worst, Worst. Giving the worst presentation you can. So today I'm going to teach you how to give a bad presentation. Okay? All right. So, at the World Youth Meeting in August, you're probably going to see many good presentations. Many people, many of the students who will come up here to give a presentation are going to do a great job. But, it's Monday now. So I'm going to teach you how to do a bad presentation. Yeah, I've done it. All right, so now, these are some of the components, the parts of a bad presentation. All right? When you make a bad presentation, there are things that you do and don't do. And I don't think all of you understand all of those points, but I'm going to show them to you. So today, I'm going to show you my bad presentation. Okay? So, as I always say, there is no example, no better example than a bad example. Okay? So sit back, relax, and don't enjoy this presentation. I'm done. All right. Step 1. Use too much information. Very important. Use too much information. Talk about lots of things. Talk really slow. And also, don't use periods. Just keep talking without stopping. And sometimes talk about something that isn't really part of your presentation, like Girls' Generation and how beautiful Soo-young Choi is. And make sure that you use lots of difficult charts and graphs and small text so no one will understand. Okay? Very important. The first bad step. And if you do this, it's good night, audience. Okay? Step 2. Just read your handout. Just read your handout. Just read your handout. Just read and read your handout. And good night. Sweet dreams, audience. Okay. Number 3. Use a flat voice. Don't use any stress intonation in your voice. Monotone. Try to speak English like you speak Japanese. No ups, no downs. Mosquito breathing. Hello everyone. Welcome to the 2018 World Youth Meeting. My name is Gary. I will be the main speaker here today. Good. That's good. Everyone will get a good rest. Step 4. Look bored. When you are up here, don't look excited. Don't look happy. Just use your body language to show that you don't want to be here. You don't want to give this presentation. That's very important. Okay? And if you do it well, and if you use lots of gestures, if you're bored, you can use lots of strange gestures that nobody understands. Touch your hair, touch your face, scratch, right? And that will help make your audience feel uncomfortable. That's good. All right, next. Step 5. Talk about boring things. Okay? Don't talk about interesting things. Don't talk about exciting things. Talk about boring, つまんない things. And you will put your audience to sleep. Very kind of you. So today, I'd like to talk about my hobby. My hobby is watching grass. I like to spend hours and hours watching the grass grow. Oh, I see some people going to sleep in the back. Yatta. Yosh, my plan is working. All right? So, my plan is working. Some of you are getting sleepy. Some of your eyes are feeling heavy. Yatta. My plan is working. Next, step 6. Very important. Have too many slides. Too many steps. The more, the better. Don't worry if people can't read the slides. That's okay. Just use lots and lots and lots of information. Okay? Right? And show them very quickly. Next step. So, today I have talked about how to make a boring presentation. The perfect boring presentation. Yatta! Yay! And some of you are asleep. Yay! I've been a successful presenter. But wait, we don't want to make a boring presentation. We want to make a presentation everyone will enjoy. Anthony? Yes. Rose is saying yes. Oh no. Okay. Okay. All right. Now let me start the real presentation. Good, better, best. Making the best presentation you can. Now forget everything I talked about before. Now listen carefully. Take notes so you can give a great presentation. All right. Finally. So, making a presentation is about communication. It's about communicating with the audience. To give a good presentation, you need to make a connection to the audience. But how do we do that? How do we make a good connection with the audience? Well, I'm going to talk a little bit about a model, a presentation model that was created by a man named Gar Reynolds in his book, Presentation-1. If you're interested, you can find it on Kindle books. It's not too expensive. So, and I even have it on my cell phone. So, to start, the thing you need to think about when you're making a good presentation. Everybody, you know Aristotle? Do you know Mr. Aristotle? Yes! One person. Or maybe he was just stretching. Well, he was a very famous, really smart, dead Greek guy who loved to argue with people. And he was very good at arguing with people. He said the 3 key elements to persuade others, to get others to think like you. The 3 most important things are smack them, punch them, and yell at them. No. He said, use logos, pathos, and ethos. Use those 3 things, and you will make a great presentation. So, thank you all for your kind attention. See you at the World Youth Meeting 2018. The end. What is pathos? What is ethos? What is logos? Let me explain a little more. Logos. Logos means to appeal to logic and reason. You can get people to agree with you, to like your ideas, if you give them enough information, data, or reasons. But remember, my boring presentation, step 1, for a good presentation, don't give too much information. Don't give too much information. Only use keywords, bullet points in your presentation, on your slides. You need to think about the modality principle. Many people have studied good presentations, like TED Talks. And the key to many good presentation is to tell a story with your data. Don't just talk. Tell a story. People listen more carefully when you tell them a story. Think about how you can take the information in your presentation, the data in your presentation, and make it into an interesting story to tell the audience. Everyone loves a good story, right? So, for example, here's some data. Chase Young. Date of birth. Birthplace. Family members. 4 plus dog. Height, weight, blood type. So this is all very basic information. But it's much better if you tell a story like this. Once upon a time, in a land not so far away, Che Soo-young was born on February 10th, 1990, in Gwangju, South Korea. She lives happily with the 4 members of her family: her father, mother, older sister, and her cute dog. Soo-young is an amazing 170 centimeters tall and weighs only 48 kilos. Her blood type is O, which means she is confident, self-determined, and optimistic, which makes her a perfect match for a great B-gata type like me. Next, the redundancy principle. Too much text is bad. Don't put too many words on a slide. A presentation is not about reading. A presentation is about the audience listening to the speaker. So, only key words so that your audience will listen to you. Also, story plus pictures is good. Tell a story with your data.